What's up, everyone, and good afternoon. How you guys doing today? You guys, please check my community post. I just post a video of a guy who copyrighted me. He's talking all about snitches. What's up, everyone? Good afternoon, and good afternoon, everyone. Hey, honey. You know the guy from Florida who copyrighted me? He he made a video all about snitching. You know, I put him on community post, and he's making a video. I want everyone comment on this, and I'm tired of this guy. He's making a video calling everyone snitch, and this guy snitch on me, snitch to YouTube and give him a copyright. You know, I'm not going to show that video, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to post the his channel. Hold on. Okay. This guy making a video. That's the guy who copyrighted me, and he's making a video calling everyone a snitch. You know, do me a favor. Yo, what's up, Born Entertainment? How you doing? Okay. Now forget that. Now let's back to the regular programs. Now we're going to show some homeless videos from the UK and from Canada, and we're going to show a couple couple on a 1A community. First, we're going to go to Canada first. That video is life of a homeless in Vancouver, Canada. Hey, Berlin, what's up? Music is the songs. This is Vancouver, Canada. That's a homeless. My goodness, there are homeless people there. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? This is Canada, homeless. I didn't even know Canada have homeless people there. Anyway, sorry.
What's up?
You know that guy from Florida? He make a video.
Which one?
I put him a clearance code.
Oh, gotcha. What's up, everybody?
This is Canada. I'm homeless. Man, look at this. Man, I thought United States was worse. Damn. I didn't know it was bad homeless in Canada. That's right.
What did you say?
I didn't know that there was homeless in Canada that bad.
There's homeless everywhere, Gregor.
Can anyone see the video?
Yes.
It's almost like San Francisco. They have an update on Caroline, but I'm gonna finish the comments. Then we'll see one of the video.
Brandon.
That's not your video. That's try, Brandon. Because I want to. It's Canada. Canada. Vancouver, Canada. God, I will get one of those boss. Damn. I don't understand. They're supposed to be a good Canada. You know?
Looks like everybody's on fentanyl over there too. They're all strung out.
That's Brennan Good coming by. Damn. Mm. Yeah, yeah, I know. Hey, for gonna.
One day we're gonna be like that movie, Road Warrior.
What is that has bad has California? You know, like,
Well, that's pretty bad. Hey, everybody. Hey, Four Corners. Barbara, Brandon. Hey, honey. What's up? What happened to the Looney Tune guy? He was here too.
yeah, but he wants to go up. I don't know if I need.
Oh,
If you guys want to go up, ask for the link. To be honest with you, it's not. It's not as bad as it is. It's dirty, but not out of the city. You know, out of stages on the stage. You know. Yeah.
hey, you shouldn't have woke up so early. Doing all that yawning.
Huh?
So you shouldn't have woke up so early doing all
No, I
that
have my
yawning.
a cup of coffee already.
Oh, God.
Mm.
Why so much?
It's not bad to see the Canada.
Kind of looks like New York.
I gotta show some of my 911 people some videos like this. The website.
Yeah.
Wow. Got a graffiti.
That's a lot of people right there.
Oh, very funny.
Mm,
After this video, they have an update.
yeah.
Someone King have an update on Caroline. Website.
Nice. The charges have been dropped too, right? I think that's the update.
Wow.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Well, at least it's not that. At least it's kind of clean, but not a graffiti. Yes, I. Not a people. Not a graffiti.
Right. I mean, their homeless is just as bad as ours. They haven't been dropped on DMA live yet. I want to say. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I thought. Hey, Bernard, I want to interview him. DMA. I don't see no police at all.
There's security.
What's this? Safety? Huh.
Oh, even more in the alleyway. What's up, Daniel?
We don't have no lights.
No?
I don't think so. Huh. Ooh, the jaywalking. Oh, damn internet. Hey, man. This is fake internet.
What's up, Barbara?
Okay.
Loco.
Now we're going to talk all about Caroline a little bit. They have an update today, you know, and I wonder how she's doing. Hey, Brandon, get your ass up there. Any updates on her? I mean, anything what's going on? You know, if anyone wants the link, let's ask. We're going to see more of the homeless video later on. Brandon,
He left.
let me let me send you that video for hold on. Are you are you back to the old phone number, or your phone is dead for good?
No, yeah, you can send it to 01.
Oh, you mean that one I always send you the links? Okay,
Yeah, the one you always send the links to.
okay, okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, guess what? Hey, hey, honey, why you don't go live? Hmm? Hmm? No comment?
Just be a moderator better. She don't have no obligations. There's Brandon, Looney Tune.
Yep. They have a link. Give me 1 second. We're going to discuss Caroline first.
Okay, well, this is actually a
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me send the link. Hold on.
She was getting mad because she seen me like really like just doing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I said. If anyone wants to go up, it's we are talking about Caroline right now. You got the video?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. We're gonna talk about it piece by piece. Piece by piece.
And you're gonna pick by pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm laughing at you and I messed up. It's all your fault, Gregory.
Mm-hmm.
We get the link.
Any update on SD News? I mean on no any updates on any
I got no updates.
hmm. Do, 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 do.
Information, guys. 30.
Just doing things. Had some questions. I don't know if you're willing to answer them or not, but
If you just want to film, you just have to be on the sidewalk. If you need to make an official police report or anything like that,
oh, I
you
could
can
be
come
back
to
here.
the office.
I could be back here.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying no
This is a
trespassing.
lot.
This is public.
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually a private lot.
Oh, that's
Who
the
owns
guy who punished them, who? Isn't it?
So this is not paid out by the city.
The
No,
city rents it. Yeah.
So it's public property.
doesn't
Today's
look
video
like
is a
him.
follow-up of Carolina and Fort Worth's recent violent arrest by Officer Kruger of the Fort Worth Police Department. This auditor immediately does a follow-up at the police station. I'll be putting his original channel link in the description for you as always. Make sure to go follow. And this is what I like about the First Amendment auditing community. You mess with an auditor, you get a bunch of cameras and eyes on you. Folks, I don't want to waste any of your time. I want to get to the video
Brandon.
immediately because the cops don't waste any time.
Hey there.
How ignorant they truly are to the people's natural rights. I'll be pausing for some comments. I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
That's what's happening here. There's no sign saying no authorizations. As y'all see, coming back, there's only a no parking sign and something else that said it. Here, this side of the street, no parking. There's no authorized personnel only signs here. I'm gonna see what's going on back here. But Central Division, this is the back of the building here. They got a shed and everything. And this is the back. I guess this is where they keep all their stuff here. No, I'm just kind of doing some B-roll footage. Just doing things. Had some questions. I don't know if you're willing to answer them or not, but
If you just want to film, you just have to be on the sidewalk. If you need to make an official police report or anything like that,
oh, I
you
could
can
be
come
back
into
here.
the office.
I could be back here.
Hey, Marita.
There's nothing saying no
This is a
trespassing.
lot.
This is public.
Many cops don't seem to know what is public and private property. I just had to deal with that here at home. Cops here think the sidewalks are private property, and we can't make this up, folks. You remember the show, The World's Dumbest Criminals? Well, meet the world's dumbest cops. You could pretty much find them here every day.
Oh, okay. Well, this is actually a private lot.
Who owns it?
Bass family does.
So this is not paid out by the city.
The city rents it from Bass.
So it's public property. Yeah. There was no
If you wanna
authorized
film, you
Mr.
can film
Starspot.
over there.
This is all public. You
No,
can
it's
go
not.
through it. You can get to Sergeant. This is all public. Anything that they pay for, it's all public.
Okay.
But I do have a question.
What's that?
Do you know Officer Kruger?
No.
Does he work here?
No.
He doesn't work here any longer. Was he let go?
No. He doesn't. Where's his central division?
Yeah, he's from Central Division.
Okay.
So I'm just curious. So I didn't know if you know about the incident going on or any of that.
The
So
cop
I was
is
just gonna
lying.
request some records, kind of just taking the gander
It's
off
on the
of
screen.
property.
Calvert for records.
Okay. Y'all don't do records inside?
Not here.
So there's no one that does it?
At 1000 Calvert, yes.
So they do all for you. All open records, all public records,
That's
officers
where our
and
records
everything.
division is.
Okay, okay. So y'all don't keep anything in the building.
Not here.
Okay. So even like police reports and all that stuff is sent to the
Yeah, like I
Main-
said, it's a records division at 1000 Calvert.
perfect. Well, I'm gonna see what they do offer here. Y'all have to offer some type by FOIA law. So I'm gonna see what y'all offer.
Okay.
Perfect. But other than that, I'm good to go. Thank you.
Many cops think that you need a specific reason to be somewhere. If you're in public, you have absolutely no obligation to tell a cop what you're doing. Lawyers will tell you to never speak to police anyway. They're not your friends. Sometimes they think that you need to be doing official business to go inside lobbies where public is allowed, as if news gathering is an official business. But let's not forget that many cops also think you need a press pass to be a member of the press.
So you have all the back here, and I'm in the middle. Quite a bit parking here, easily so where they can get access of everything. Easy parking, kind of tight, but other than that, I mean, just doing their thing. They got a grill. Tried to tell me I couldn't record back here. Saw how that went, guys. Can totally record. They ain't got no restriction, no authorized personnel only, no gate up, nothing keeping them from doing that. Everything is pretty much good to go. They're renting it out so that public parking lot is exactly what it is, owned by private, but being rented out by public officials. So now it becomes
What's on the
public
screen?
property. They can't trespass anybody from public property.
Pardon
So
me?
maybe this,
What's on the screen?
but nothing other than that. See, right there. And they have everything labeled that they need to have labeled. Are they closed?
How can I help you?
Yes, I'm wanting to come inside to get some information on an officer, pull his record or something, put in the FOIA, public records, to see what's optional here.
Records down at 1000 Calvert Street.
Okay, how do I find out where a certain police officer works? What division?
That's up to meet your internal affairs.
Say again?
You're gonna have to call down to Felix Street and talk to internal affairs.
To find out where an officer is?
Yeah.
Okay, and where's that located?
505 West Felix.
505 West Felix.
Sector for the academy.
Okay, perfect. And he would know where each officer is in each division?
There's a you can
Hey,
file
Green.
open records request, but they don't give
Hey,
you
Grace.
schedules though.
Well, no, not the schedule. I'm just trying to find a certain officer. I'm trying to find Officer Kruger and his division where he works at.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to them, but they're probably not gonna release that.
They're not going to release public information?
Whoa! Wait a
A
second.
work
Can I hold this
schedule
for
is
1
not
second?
public information.
I'm not asking for a work schedule. I'm asking for which division he's working in. So Central, South, West.
How does the cop knows he's asking that question? I think he works there. West side.
What's on the screen?
Pardon me, Brandon?
What's on the screen?
Right
It's,
now, a key code.
Yeah, it's a key code. You know, West side, I think it's probably he working there. It seems the
That
officer
Cougar?
know. Yeah, the officer knew he was coming at the audit. Something
Well,
was
yeah,
not
because
right.
he was in the back, remember?
Yes. Something
He
was
was in
not
the back
right.
parking lot.
Then why it's locked? The police station. It's supposed to be locked on Sundays, yes, but during the day it's not. Weird, isn't it?
Right.
And
'cause they don't-
public
they
records
don't-
you could get at any police station because
Right.
they have a computer, you know?
Right. Well, and it's not even that they have to give record; they have to take the records request.
Yeah, but they could type it in on the computer. You know, it's linked to the whole police department, you know, in the area, you know?
Right.
It doesn't make sense, you know?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Maybe you could find the guy, the name, maybe have a full video of what's going on. Okay, play it.
Could be.
Yeah.
Hold on, I lost it. There it is.
West, stuff like that. That's not a work schedule.
Yeah, that's where the administrative office is, so you would have to talk to them.
Okay, and that would be in the Felix. You said 303 Felix?
505.
505 Felix.
It goes under two addresses, 505 or 511.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, y'all don't do any records then. Y'all don't do any public records
No,
here.
Records is you have to do the request through internal affairs, but if you're wanting like a police report or something, then that's at 1000 Calvert Street.
Okay. Perfect. But just to find information on the officer, I have to go to 505 Felix?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
So they're making me go to 505 Felix to get information when they should have it in each division. So they had the door locked and everything, so that's crazy. But now you see like everything coming in from here. They had all that stuff, and this is where they're saying no entry. It's a private lot because they're renting it from somebody that owns it privately. But this is a public building, so this is police officer.
What's the video on the
People is
screen?
paying for them to rent it here. Take this place. There's nothing as y'all see, no signs.
It's Son
No
One
nothing.
King. He's interview channels.
He's doing a
That's it.
follow-up.
You follow up, yes.
And the guy's just walking around the police station looking for that officer that slammed Caroline, the First Amendment activist.
On the ground. About a week ago.
It's just
We
to
got
prove
from
it.
this guy channel.
They didn't do anything to me. He went inside. The other guy was on the phone. So there's nothing saying that they can't. There's nothing saying that I can't. There's nothing saying that they can enforce me leaving. So, but I have to 505 Felix. I wonder if that's a tactic if they give everybody or if that's just how they do it here. But we'll find out. We'll get all that. Again, the back guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go to 505 Felix. As he said, 505 Felix. And that's gonna be my next destination to see where this officer is and see how many laws, I guess you would say. What
I don't think
the
so.
background of that is.
Graham, I think he's
See
hiding
if he's
him.
on the Brady list. See if he has any charges, any discipline. Look at his discipline record. Get his
There's
jacket.
no news updates
See
at
what
all.
his jacket's
On the
looking like.
Nothing.
If he's been
Man,
promoted,
nothing.
demoted, and the same thing. What's going on with that? So we'll see what's happening. I'll catch up again, 505 Felix Street. Let's see how that goes down. Peace.
All right, folks, and here are my final thoughts. It's quite refreshing to see people picking up cameras to record their government servants who are supposed to provide a public service. What Officer Kruger did to Carolina in Fort Worth was unnecessarily violent. Even the female cops stood there in shock. The only thing one of them could muster was, "She's bleeding." Almost as to say to Kruger, the violent cop, there's no need to attack her anymore. This happened while Kruger was yelling at Carolina to stop resisting while she was unconscious, sucking air through her nostrils, kind of like a loud snore. This is evil in nature. Kruger knew exactly who Carolina in Fort Worth was and knew she wasn't a threat, unless he feels the camera shoots anything other than 30 frames per second. There was no immediate threat to anyone. There wasn't a felony being committed. And here's a quick update to Carolina in Fort Worth. She's hired a law firm to take her case. CJ Grisham is no longer her attorney on this. She's already back out for reporting. She has to be the toughest female in auditing today. And I want to give a massive shout out to everyone who's been supporting Carolina in Fort Worth. I see many of you rally around to help her, whether it's making videos, donating, and even going out to Fort Worth, just like this guy did. And for that, he gets his video shared here. He did an outstanding job on this video. As a matter of fact, he owned the cop and exposed their incompetence as well. Make sure you guys go subscribe to his channel, say hello, let him know that we sent you. I'll see you in his comment section. I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Hey, Graham Whitcomb.
From hard hats to steel-toed boots.
Not half of the people agree with the police. You know, half of them don't agree. It's not that easy. Yeah. Everyone in the USA needs to report Kruger on the brandy list. Anyone can report pigs and a member of the public. It's not that easy, Grim. A lot of people think it's her fault. A lot of people think it's the cop's fault. You know.
A lot of people do have him on the Brady's list. A lot of the head cop people or the chief don't look at the Brady list. They don't care for the Brady list. Even in Arizona, we have I believe it's 2 officers that are on the Brady list that just recently. I'm not sure if it's that recent, but they recently, one of them detained a guy that was recording outside a bank, and he's actually got a lawsuit going right now. And he was a reporter from out of state that he was visiting his family and friends, and was at the bank with the friend, and the bank called, and the officer detained him and arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he's hiding him. I think he's there, Kugo.
He could be, but I think he's doing like desk duty. He can't be on the streets no more because he's not trusted with the public.
Because Grim said he might be suspended. I don't think so because no news
I don't know.
about it.
The updates are not. I mean, I don't understand the updates because some people are saying that he got fired, the other people didn't, and then now that they're saying Grissom's not her lawyer, but he's got everything. Like he got all the footage and everything. So I don't know. Maybe she needed a different lawyer because he had a lot on his plate.
A lot of people don't trust him.
Well, yeah, because he's in there with he's on delete laws and stuff, so a lot of people don't trust delete laws either. So
That's his law? I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's his lawyer, but I know he has like helps control the channel too, because that's where I saw him at first. Was over there in delete laws.
Makes sense. Probably maybe she find out what's going on. What about the law?
She did her research.
There's a restream button, by the way.
Yes, we're restreaming.
No, side restreams on my channel.
That's no, it's not a good idea because it's not a good idea this time, Brandon.
Is it yes or no?
No,
Why not?
because it's not for everybody. This one
Of
community.
course.
You know?
18 over on this channel at the bottom of the screen.
Okay. But when you're streaming, don't drop links of the StreamYard. Only I do.
So in other words, just have them come back to Gregory's to get the link.
Yep.
How come I can't restream this?
You should be able to. It says stream this to your audience at the upper right.
That's what I'm talking about.
It should pop up. It's slow. It's real slow right now.
Distribute to your audience. Side restreams on my channel, yes or no?
Yes.
You said no.
Yes.
Yes. Want to get rid of that picture?
What picture?
The one on screen.
It's part of the video.
That's an ad.
Hi guys.
Hey, Graham, what's up?
I think it's easier to
Hello.
talk about the Brady list.
Oh, Grim.
Hello,
Oh, Grim.
Brandon.
And Grim Weaver Network.
West Side. What I was trying to get at about the Brady list is in the US, you don't have a national banned list of people, of coppers.
Grim Weaver Network.
Or attorneys or judges who've done things wrong. But it's not just for police officers, it's for anybody in the court system as well. If you witness it, you can report it as a member of the public. Now, the other thing which we can do as a community, and certainly auditors as well, do the same thing. We can put pressure and use the people who support us, the subscribers, to put pressure on the authorities who employ these thugs in the first place to check the Brady list.
Grim Weaver Network.
Hello.
I met you on Mellows, and you said I have the best channel.
I'm saying nothing about your channel because you know it's good.
I did hit the restream button, by the way.
Yeah, you be careful with the restream button. You should be all right on Gregory's.
There's 18 over on this channel at the bottom.
Yeah, that's all I was saying about the Brady list. It's something which is underused. That's all, and it's a tool which could cause a problem. Over in Great Britain, if a police officer gets found guilty by their internal system, they get banned from the police college, which means they can't go anywhere. And you need something like that. You need something which is national, that's independent. And this is the reason why I'm all for the Brady list. It's just a tool that's underused. However, the other thing which does happen is that defense lawyers use it at times to punch holes in credibility of police officers when they're giving statements. Because if they're caught out lying or anything like that, you with me? Or they've gone through the internal system, they've been given a warning or whatever, you with me? It goes on there. The other thing is, and this is the most important thing, instead of reporting it to the police through their own internal system, right? If you report it onto the Brady list, it stays, it doesn't get binned. And they've opened it up to anybody being able to report misconduct, etc., regardless of where you are in the US. Any member of the public can go on there, not only view it, but they can also put their information on. So this, which has gone on with Carolina, right? I know there's a lot going on. I know that it hits the local news in the area in Fort Worth, right? However, and it's also hit the local council because the council's saying they want a full investigation, etc., right? Then you imagine if 50,000 people just reported that one incident and uploaded the same material that we're viewing in the follow-ups, etc., right? And uploaded all of that onto the Brady list. The people who run the Brady list can actually investigate it, and they can then become a force to be reckoned with, and so can the public, because we, as the public, can demand that is the benchmark. So if a copper or if a lawyer or a judge gets put on there, it's national. And you can demand that local authorities, whoever employs these people, goes and checks that to see whether that person has been sacked from another job or what their record is and things like that. It's a tool that could be really useful to us.
Right. But they won't use it here in America.
Well, this is where the pressure comes from, public pressure. Right. When you say 50% of people say it's the police, it's the officer's fault, Kruger's fault, 50% turn around and say it's her fault. I mean, I doubt if it's 50%. I don't even think many people know about it statewide. You with me? I think it's just that we know about it because we support the 1A community. But if you look at all the haters out there, I'm not going to mention any channels. Right, but one of them reported that she fell over the curb. There was no curb there. There was a red line.
If they watch a video and actually watch a video and do the research, they wouldn't be saying any of it because it shows in the video these links are around and everything.
Yeah, but you know what they're like.
A lot of people, most people lately, a lot of people have been saying I have the best streams.
ASCC.
You have the best cartoon streams going. I'll tell you.
Well, everybody on YouTube has the best thing. Nobody's special. We're all here to share our stuff. So
yep,
just share it.
Family.
But anyway, that's all I wanted to come up and say, because I saw you doing. You were talking about it, and it's something which You know, there's very little I can do over here. But there again, saying that, I put a complaint in. Although I'm not over in the States, my VPN is, so it allows me to do it.
Gotcha.
So, because it's
if you
regional,
guys go check
down.
out, Mass Accountability, I believe he has a system where it's like the AI or is it no code or Mass Accountability has it where they have the AI pictures of every officer that's done something bad. So it's kind of like the Brady list. And it gets you information really, really quick.
Yeah, but that information, if it's come off the Brady list, right, then there's no point in reporting it. But if it hasn't come off, if you watch a video and you see a cop of it going against the rules one way or another, or against policy, if you click that as an evidence, you report it and upload it, it's there, it stays there. And it's just, to me, I just think it's a tool that can be used, and it's something which has already been created. So we don't need to recreate something. We just need to use it.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, as I say, that's just something, I would encourage everyone to do it. Auditors, members of the public, or whoever, if you've got that system. We don't have a Brady list. It's a shame we don't. But at least when a police officer gets kicked off the force, gets sacked, there's usually a recommendation that they are never employed again, which means that they can't go to police school, and they'll be lucky if they'll get a security job as well, because a lot of the security firms like employing ex-police officers. But if they got that against the name, they're not going to want to touch them.
Hi, Ben.
Right. So, as I say, just an idea. Just think about it. If you agree with it, spread the word. That's all I'll say. I like networking, and what's a good idea is a good idea. At the end of the day,
right?
So anyway, I'm going to let you get on. I'm going to jump off. I am absolutely shattered. I'm still recovering from moving, and now I've got furniture to build. So I'll catch you again soon. All right, Gregory, Westside, Brandon, and everyone in the chat. Take care now. Much respect to you all.
Thank you.
Ladies.
Greenwood was gone.
18 inches long, 13 inches wide, and
how you doing? How you doing, sir? What's up, dude? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Welcome back. This video comes out of New York. I found this one on Instagram.
What's up, dude? How you doing? Got license registration?
The cops pulled this guy out of the vehicle. He is actually sitting in the driver's
seat. My channel has no swell at all.
When I first saw the video, it looked like the guy was actually sitting in the passenger seat. So I actually flipped the screen.
What was that?
What was saying, Brian?
My channel doesn't have any swear words.
For you guys, so that you guys can watch the video the way it's supposed to be seen. And that's why you have New York spelled backwards on the video. But the cops are demanding this guy give up his ID. This guy says he's not driving.
This is a rental, by the way. All right. License registration? The car is not on. You have license registration? Yeah, I do, but the car's not on. Okay. It's either you give me the license registration or I get you out the car. Which one is it? For what? For what? For what? What's the reason? You're double parked on a bike lane. Give us your ID or you're going to get ripped out the car. Ripped out the car for what? What's your give you one more chance. Give your license. We're going to rip you out the car. You're going to get arrested. You're not going to get out. For what? What's the reason? What's the probable cause? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do, boss man? Yo, I step out. Yo, you don't got to touch me. What? I didn't. Yo, why you snatching my phone?
What, he slapped the hell out of the phone?
Oh, wow.
Yo, what y'all touching me, yo?
That's not good.
Yo. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Put the phone down. Touching me, bro. I don't got nothing wrong with me, bro. What's up with you, bro? What you arresting me for, bro?
Hawk Newsom put this video out on his page on Instagram, and it's captioned that the New York Police Department are bringing back the stop and frisk and broken windows policing. Now, in reality, from this video alone, we don't know if that's true. But if it is true, we are now going to begin to see the patterns again. I believe it's a good thing that these guys are recording. Let's go ahead and check out this video. We'll pause for some comments, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end.
Hey, Latoya, no, you're not hidden.
What's your badge number, bro? Turn around. What's your badge number? I didn't do nothing, bro. What's your
Yes, I
badge
asked you
number?
for ID. Yes, you did it. You did
Yo,
a lot.
bro, I didn't do nothing, bro. I wasn't committing no crime, bro. What's your badge number, bro? I didn't do nothing, bro.
16065. You have your
I didn't
ID
do
on you?
nothing, bro. Yes, I got my ID on me,
Where's
bro.
ID?
Let me get it on my bag, bro. Damn,
He
bro.
says
Yo,
ID is in the back.
yo, bugging. I didn't do no crime. I didn't no articulate suspicion. None of that, bro.
Yeah. You did a violation.
No violation.
You're parked at a bike lane, bro. I just
Yo,
told
bro,
you why
but
we need ID.
I wasn't driving though.
You mean you're not
The
driving?
car's
You're in the
off.
privacy.
The
It doesn't
car's
matter.
off. The
It
car's
doesn't
off.
matter.
The car's not
It
running.
doesn't
It does matter. The
No, it
car's
doesn't
off.
matter.
All you
It
gotta do
doesn't
is put a ticket on the
It doesn't
car, bro.
matter.
All you
It
gotta do is
doesn't
put a
matter.
ticket on the
No,
car.
it
Yes,
doesn't
it does
matter. You're in
matter.
the car.
Yes, I know my laws, bro.
Alright,
I know my
listen.
rights. You know my rights, bro. You know my rights,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
I know my rights, bro. I know my rights.
Give me information, or you're gonna go back to the precinct.
Yo, what?
Yes or no?
What information, bro?
Your name.
Bro, I got my name and my date of birth. It's under his name, the rental, bro. It's under his name. I wasn't driving. I wasn't
You're in
operating.
the driver's seat. You're constituted as the driver.
Alright, can I get my bag, bro? I don't consent to no search, none of that, bro. Yo, let me get my bag, bro.
Turn around.
Yo,
Just stay like that. Stay like that.
Yo,
Turn
stop
around.
touching me, bro.
I
You
can
got
touch you.
and I'm suing you, bro. Gangster, give me your card, bro. I'm suing
What's your
you.
first name?
I'm suing you.
After the stop.
My name Devin, bro.
You can sue you.
I'm
want.
suing
You
you,
think 'cause you're
bro.
recording?
What's your
that
last
means
name, Devin?
anything?
You just assaulted me.
I assaulted you. Yeah. Why? Can I tell you to turn around?
No, you just took me out the car. You took me out the car. I got you on camera. Tell me about it.
Now, this video does cut off abruptly, so we don't know exactly what happened at the end. But I guess the important thing from watching this video is to don't be out there riding around dirty, folks. Keep your hands clean and always record the police. Keep in mind that you also have a Fourth Amendment right. Now, I don't know the laws in New York regarding someone sitting behind the driver's seat without the key in the ignition and the car is off and parked. You guys are going to have to help me out with this one. I'm all the way in California. From all the way out here, I know how dirty New York cops are. I've seen them over and over and over again get out and bully people and demand identification. They're saying the new mayor brought back broken windows policing and stop and frisk. That right there alone, folks, is a Fourth Amendment violation. Always record the police. Don't let them violate your Fourth Amendment right. You're supposed to be protected in your papers, person and effects, and your home. And cops are always trying to find ways to violate rights. Most of the time, they do it by coercing the people to make believe they have to identify and give up their rights. Don't let that be you, folks. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe and hit the bell. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Hey, Russell, I'll send you a link.
Don't buy another pair of glasses until you've seen what this new invention can do. These
That's an ad.
self-adjustable glasses are taking the world by storm. They let
Sure is. And it started playing on its own. So, come on, computer. There it goes.
Lately, Moscow's been saying I have the best streams.
Yeah, you do.
This is London. It's the capital city of the United Kingdom and one of the richest cities in the world, with an economy worth more than $500 billion. Meaning that if it were a country, it would have the 26th largest economy in the world, roughly the same size as Norway's. And for nearly 2 centuries, both in Britain and Europe, it's been a hub for high-value services like finance, offering some of the highest wages in the region.
Oh, that's your video.
Yes.
But behind its displays of vast wealth lies a very different picture. In 2023, London's councils estimated that more than 1 in 50 people in the city are homeless. This is a figure which has risen by more than 50% in just 10 years, which means Britain now has by far the highest level of homelessness in the developed world. All this while real wages, that is what people take home after accounting for inflation, have remained flat for over 15 years. This means people are being paid roughly the same as they were in 2008, while the prices of almost all goods and services have increased, and essentials like housing have skyrocketed. It's therefore no wonder that people are beginning to leave the UK at an unprecedented rate. A junior professional could earn more than double in New York compared to London, with the cost of living only around 1/3 higher. Because of this, every year, more and more of Britain's young, skilled workers leave the country for a better life elsewhere, particularly from Britain's famed National Health Service, which is facing a potential exodus of doctors and nurses due to poor pay, overwork, and deteriorating working conditions. People flooding out of the UK is perhaps a good metaphor for the current state of the British economy. And ironically, more people from outside the UK are immigrating to work in Britain each year than ever before. Whilst it's true that the primary reason of migration is to use the UK's world-leading education services, research conducted in 2015 found that those leaving the country were significantly more skilled than those entering the nation each year, stating that increases in net migration over the last decade have significantly increased the pool of low-skilled workers in Britain's economy.
Don't miss out on enjoying your backyard this summer. Discover the ultimate shade solution now. Introducing Chillax.
Offsetting skilled workers with less skilled workers is not good for any country, as it ultimately means lower productivity and a poorer quality of goods and services that are offered within the economy. So why could it be that a seemingly wealthy country like Britain is seeing a mass exodus of some of its most talented and youngest workers? Part of it has to do with living standards in the UK becoming worse and worse each year. In fact, this was the main reason given by Britons leaving the country. And this makes sense, as if you remove London's output and population, it would shave off 14% from British living standards, making the remaining UK perform worse economically than Mississippi, the lowest ranking US state in terms of per capita economic performance. This all ties into a growing theme that the UK's best days are behind it, and which is also supported by the data. In 2007, the average UK household was just 8% worse off than its peers in northwestern Europe. But in the 15 years that has followed, this gap has grown to a record 20%. On present trends, the average Slovenian household will be better off than its British counterpart by 2024, and the average Polish family will achieve the same feat by the end of the decade. And these stagnant wages is a burden which is being disproportionately felt by those with lower incomes. While the UK's top earners rank 5th for living standards, the average household ranks 12th and the poorest 5% rank 15th. Far from simply losing touch with their Western European peers, last year, the lowest earning bracket of British households had a standard of living that was 20% weaker than their counterparts in Slovenia. This is part of a growing paradox that as more and more people move to the UK, its levels of public services and pools of skilled workers are gradually declining. So let's take a look at why this is happening to one of the richest countries in the world, and why everyone suddenly wants to leave the United Kingdom. Before we start, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Incogni. If you use the internet as much as me, then your data will have ended up all around the web when you make online purchases or create accounts. And what's worse is that there are data brokers who are collecting, analyzing, and selling your data to buyers all over the planet, which is a problem because when so many organizations are passing around your data, it makes it easier for someone to sneak in and steal it. I've had my data stolen in the past, and trust me, it's not fun. It involves a lot of time and endless hassle trying to fix it. There are specific websites where people can directly find your information, and all someone needs to do is input your name and get access to sensitive information such as your address, phone numbers, employment, and even information on your children. And while these services make promises not to use them for things such as stalking or harassment, there's little that they can do to enforce that, which is why Incogni is such an important service, as it reaches out to these data brokers and on your behalf requests your personal data to be removed and deals with any objection from their side. This process is 100% automated, and all you have to do is create an account and grant them access to work on your behalf, and then kick back and watch as your data disappears from the web. It really is that easy, and all you need to do is visit incogni.com/invisiblehand and use the code INVISIBLEHAND at checkout to get 60% off an annual plan. Check the link in the description to get started. It wasn't that long ago that Britain was one of the most prosperous and attractive destinations for young skilled talent in the world, a feeling which is shared by many Britons too. A recent poll found that 60% of respondents view life as being better in the 1990s and 2000s than today. This era in particular is looked back upon with nostalgia for many British people. Music from bands like Oasis and the Spice Girls were worldwide hits, as the Cool Britannia movement swept the country, and the end of the Cold War was also adding to a global sense of optimism. Of course, there is always a tendency for people to view the world of the past favourably, but the 1990s stand out in particular as they were a period of real economic success for Great Britain. Despite a rocky start to the decade, marked by the turmoil caused from the fallout by the ERM and a recession in the early 1990s, the UK entered an era of remarkable economic resilience. From 1992 onward, Britain enjoyed its longest stretch of uninterrupted growth since the Second World War, driven by a combination of structural reforms, effective monetary policies, and favourable global conditions. This period, often referred to as the Long Expansion, was characterised by continuous GDP growth and significant productivity improvements. The financial sector played a pivotal role in this economic success, with substantial credit expansion, particularly in property lending, driving consumer spending and investment. Regulatory change also made the UK an attractive place to invest, meaning the UK retained a positive balance of net income from abroad. However, in this decade, Britain continued to shift towards a more service-based model of employment, and while prosperous, it did not provide the broad-based employment that the industrial sector had, causing widespread job losses in areas like heavy industry and mining, jobs which tended to be located in poorer areas of the country, away from cities like London. The UK continued to grow in this period. However, midway through the 2000s, a number of problems were starting to appear, and the financial crisis of 2008 exposed and exacerbated these underlying weaknesses in Britain's economic model, revealing an over-reliance on financial services and a lack of adequate investment in other vital sectors. Today, the nation grapples with a number of severe issues, including an overstretched NHS, a housing affordability crisis, and ageing infrastructure, all of which stem from past policies and require urgent attention to secure a sustainable future. Perhaps the most important issue for people living in the UK right now is that of housing. Not only are there not enough homes, but ones which exist have become unaffordable for the vast majority of the population. This has made home ownership for first-time buyers nearly impossible without an income far above the average, or financial support from the so-called Bank of Mum and Dad. And this shouldn't come as a surprise. The UK has consistently built fewer homes compared to the needs of its growing population, especially
What happened?
The Right to Buy scheme allowed tenants in public housing to purchase their homes at a discount. At the time, this policy was seen as really progressive, as it made home ownership achievable for those who before could only have dreamt of it. And while this policy enabled many people to own a property, it also led to a substantial reduction in the stock of social housing. And since these homes were not replaced at a sufficient rate, the social housing sector shrunk by about 25% since the 1970s, all while the population has continued to increase. With fewer social homes.
Hey everybody, there is a big fundraising deadline coming up, and there won't be too many more of them between now.
Yeah, Obama got old.
Available and ongoing
They're all looking old. Challenges
in housing affordability, more individuals and families have turned to the private rental sector. This increased demand has naturally led to rising rents, as the supply has not adequately kept pace with the demand. Rising rental costs have disproportionately affected those on lower incomes, who find fewer affordable options available and usually need to compete on price for what they can afford. And what makes all this worse is that house prices have continued to outstrip real wages for well over 30 years, creating an even bigger difference in society between those who own their homes and those who don't. Housing supply is of course an issue across a number of Western European economies. However, it's particularly bad in the UK. In England, there are now 1.4 million fewer households in social housing than in 1980, all while the UK's Gini coefficient, a measure of inequality, has been steadily rising. This has led to overcrowding, both in the private sector and in social housing. And what this means is that on an unprecedented scale, more and more households are being pushed into homelessness, but one which is less visible to the broader public: temporary housing. After declining for several years, the number of English households living in temporary accommodation has more than doubled between 2010 and 2023, from 48,000 to 112,000, the highest figure since records begun. Conditions in these buildings are often atrocious. Damp and mold are commonplace, as are insects and animal infestations. The disruption of being moved from place to place like this causes adults to drop out of work and children out of school, further decreasing social mobility, as those unfortunate enough to live in these conditions are even less likely to earn a higher income in the future. These arrangements also impose enormous cost on local councils, which last year spent almost 1.8 billion on emergency shelter, a figure that has more than doubled in real terms over the past decade. This nightmare scenario is due to three main factors: woefully inadequate rates of house building, a dwindling social housing sector, and the erosion of financial support for those unable to afford market rents. And these issues aren't likely to get any better soon, as shifts in the UK housing market have disproportionately disadvantaged the youth. A significant portion of older individuals own a second home, whereas young adults today are far less likely to own even a single home and are far more likely to rent. This change reflects broader economic trends, where stagnant wages contrast with soaring asset values, exacerbating wealth disparities. The slower economic growth also means fewer opportunities to advance your career, impacting earnings, especially during critical early stages. In the UK, it used to be the case that you could expect to earn more or have a better economic outlook than your parents. However, this trend looks to have died, as those born in the 1980s have generally earned less by their early 30s compared to the previous generation. Unable to afford a home, and with dwindling wages, it's no wonder that some of the UK's most talented individuals are leaving for other countries like the US, Australia, and New Zealand, which offer a quality of life more appealing for ambitious and productive British workers. Stagnant wages are of course a major factor in this, and this is largely thanks to dwindling productivity across the country. Productivity is the efficiency with which a nation produces goods and services from its inputs, labour and capital. And since the financial crisis of 2008, the UK has faced a stark slowdown in productivity growth. Before the crisis, productivity was growing at around 2% annually. However, after the crisis, this growth has nearly flatlined, and notably there have been a significant decrease in investment. Since 2005, UK companies have invested 20% less than their counterparts in the US, France, and Germany, placing Britain in the bottom 10% of OECD countries. This underinvestment has resulted in outdated technology and equipment, reduced innovation, and a shortfall in skill development across both industrial and service sectors. And consequently, the overall efficiency and innovative capacity of the UK economy has suffered, leading to slower productivity growth. And nowhere is this clearer than with the UK's National Health Service. The National Health Service, or NHS, was established in 1948 as a publicly funded health service that was free at the point of access. Since its introduction over 70 years ago, the NHS has become a staple of British life, and something which is taken for granted by many people. However, as time has gone on, and especially in the last 2 decades, costs have started to spiral as the quality of treatment and care provided has declined. This is partly because when it was first introduced, Britain's population was significantly smaller and also much younger, meaning fewer people required healthcare and treatment. But even as taxes have risen over the last decade to record levels, public services like the NHS are struggling even more than ever. The number of people waiting for NHS consultant treatment has more than doubled from 3 million to 7.4 million in the 9 years after 2014. And data consistently indicates that patients treated by the NHS for major health issues such as heart disease, strokes, or cancer have lower survival rates compared to those receiving treatment in most other developed nations. And in 2014, the UK had below average survival rates for the deadliest cancers, including the lowest rates among comparable nations for colon and pancreatic cancers. It would be easy to assume that the
Wild Willie's Rugged Clean Body Bar.
Hey kid, don't drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap.
assume that the failure of this service is from years of underfunding. Whilst this is partly true, the NHS has seen a significant increase in funding and staffing levels since 2019. And in 2023, NHS funding was 11% higher in real terms than it was in the previous 4 years. Additionally, the number of senior doctors has risen by 9%, and there are 8% more nurses and health visitors, even after adjusting for higher staff sickness absences. So, what's the problem? Despite more funding and more staff, the NHS faces rising costs due to several factors. An aging population requires more medical care, new medical technologies and treatments are expensive, and drug prices are increasing, all while people are expecting higher quality medical care. And in the last few years, as inflation has run rampant, staff are expecting higher wages, which also adds to the cost. These rising expenses, known as health inflation, make it difficult for the NHS to improve services and outcomes, even with more resources. This presents an issue, as in order to provide a good level of care for an increasingly aging population, the NHS needs to invest in the long-term future, but currently there isn't enough money for this. Even though funding has increased, this is being used to cover the increased maintenance costs of the service, which have surged over the last decade, meaning there is little to no money left over to invest in the long-term capacity of the NHS, and money needs to be redirected to cover the daily operational costs. This underinvestment in the NHS is part of a broader pattern of inadequate infrastructure spending across the UK. Sectors including transportation and public services also suffer from underfunding, leading to inefficiencies and reducing service quality. New projects are also significantly harder and more expensive to build in the UK than in other countries, and nowhere is this better shown than with HS2. This was a proposed high-speed rail network to better connect North and Southern England. Ignoring the fact that these rail networks already exist, the project was first conceived in 2009, and taking 11 more years to begin construction in 2020, by which time the proposed costs of construction had ballooned from 37 to over £100 billion. All of this only for it to be abandoned in 2023. An issue which has made many of the existing issues in the UK worse is of course Brexit. Brexit and its effects have been multifaceted and could easily take up a whole video on itself. And while the decision by the UK public to leave the European Union in 2016 has undoubtedly made the UK worse off than it was before, namely through a reduction of trade with the UK's largest trading partner, the EU, it's not the sole reason for Britain's economic decline, as many of the hardships currently being faced by Britain are also present in other European economies, and Britain's current brain drain crisis is caused by a whole host of other factors, namely the desire for new opportunities and a higher quality of life. Turning back to the country's favourite decade, the focus on immediate economic gains during the 1990s often came at the expense of long-term infrastructure planning and investment. Although privatisation was meant to bring in capital for infrastructure upgrades, in many cases it led to underinvestment, as private companies sought to maximise profits rather than reinvest in long-term improvements. And now the UK is paying the price. And even with the potential of a changing government in the general election, it doesn't look like things will get better for a number of years.
Okay, guys, I'm going to end this. It's my lunchtime.
They're called
Guys-
bionic boomers, seniors once riddled with debilitating arthritis.
You guys take it easy. I'll talk to you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget from the police. Bye-bye.